Hello, I'm Councilmember Laura Morrison, and I'm running for re-election for a second term on City Council in Place 4. We moved to Austin almost 30 years ago with our two young sons when my husband Phil joined the physics faculty at the University of Texas. I remember my family's first swim in Barton Springs the very first week we arrived in Austin on a very hot August day. It instilled in us a real sense of how special Austin is. It was a wonderful city to raise our family, and 30 years later, Phil and I still love calling Austin home. Professionally, I have a master's in math and for many years worked as an engineer. Later, I moved into public health, earning a graduate certificate in community preparedness and disaster management, and focused on pandemic flu preparedness. Several years ago, as a citizen, I became involved in my own neighborhood association during our neighborhood planning effort. I began to participate in the Austin Neighborhoods Council. I was elected president of ANC, and during that time, doubled the membership to include over 80 neighborhoods, representing Austinites north, south, east, west, and central. I came to understand the connections between protecting our neighborhoods as the building blocks of our community and the critical issues of affordability, social services, the environment, and supporting our local businesses, all essential elements in preserving what we love about Austin and ensuring a future where everyone has an opportunity to thrive. With my experience as a community advocate, I decided to take the public's voice to City Hall, so I ran for City Council in 2008. As a council member, I set out to be the type of leader that I believe our residents deserve, and I have based my council work on three key principles. First, each of my positions and initiatives focuses on true benefit to our community and protecting Austin's families' quality of life. Second, I always work to ensure that we balance our fiscal responsibility with our social responsibility, and I am an involved and careful steward of our city budget. And third, our city government must be transparent, accountable, and dedicated to authentic public participation. I firmly believe that with well-informed discussions with all stakeholders at the table, we arrive at more successful outcomes. I'd like to mention a few of the specific efforts I've promoted over the past 3 years. Working with elected officials from AISD and Travis County, I helped to initiate several collaborative programs affecting students and their families. For example, to make sure we understand the impact of development on neighborhood schools when considering zoning changes, and another to better coordinate our youth court services. In another area, last year, when two openly gay men were attacked in the City Hall garage, my call to action led to the formation of a hate crimes task force so that we can be proactive in addressing hate in our community. I also helped champion the no-kill policy at our animal shelter, and with the great efforts of our community partners and staff, we have now become a no-kill city. When I came onto the council 3 years ago, only about half the animals at the animal shelter resulted in live outcomes. This past February, our shelter achieved an amazing 92% live outcome rate. And finally, in a big step in making Austin a safer and cleaner city, we had a great success in a drug take-back program last year, partnering with local and federal law enforcement to collect and dispose of literally almost a ton of drugs. We'll be repeating the program this year and are working to expand it to make it a year-round program across the city. I have new initiatives underway that I'm eager to bring to fruition. For example, addressing the childhood obesity epidemic, which is a threat to our future, by reforming our internal policies to enhance our children's health in Austin. I'm also working to develop a creative industries ambassador program to help promote our local musicians, artists, and all in creative industries, and at the same time build national and international relationships. In the next 3 years, we will be meeting many challenges, laying the groundwork for Austin's future with major initiatives in comprehensive planning and developing solutions to our transportation needs. But we also need to continue to improve our economy, to address the almost 38,000 unemployed in Austin, to support our local businesses that make up the backbone of our city, and foster technological innovation, all while keeping a watchful eye on our environment and our city's most vulnerable residents. I came to City Council 3 years ago as a community advocate for all of Austin's families with strong professional experience, and I've worked hard to serve as the public voice at City Hall. I'm committed to continue to be your voice for another 3 years, and I ask you to vote for me, Laura Morrison, on May 14. Thank you.